Hi, this is the fast hand stick handling training aid I'm going to show you how to make. Works with the green biscuit and also with a pot or a stick handling bottle. So I'm using this on my homemade hockey puck rebounder pad that I showed in my earlier video on how you can make. Well, here we are with the parts that we will need to make the fast hands stick handling training aid. You got a 12-inch piece of 3/4 inch PVC up top. This is all 3/4 inch PVC. That's a 12-inch piece at the top, two 11-inch pieces, two 10-inch pieces, six 3.5-inch pieces. Then those are four 1-inch pieces. Those are going to be just to tie a couple fittings together. You're going to need 4 T's. You're going to need 4 45-degree elbows. And you're going to need 2 90-degree elbows. All these parts, that pipe is just, you can buy as one 10-foot piece and cut it up. And then the fittings are all 50 cents or 90 cents. The 45-degree elbows are 90 cents. This is what I used to cut everything. You can cut PVC with a hacksaw. It's just a pain in the butt. Generally the blade will turn a little bit on you, and it's hard to get an even cut. And then the last thing you will need, and this is not 100% necessary, but you will need some primer and cement if you want to glue this thing all together so that it stays stiff. So I'm going to break now and assemble this thing, and I will have a drawing at the end of the video to show you how it all goes together. And then you'll be able to tell from that. Just halt the video and see from that. So one of the tricks with solvent welding is that if you do solvent weld this together with your primer and glue, the trick is to do all the pieces that don't require any like right angle alignment, if that makes sense. So in other words, these are the things you can put together where alignment doesn't matter whatsoever, because of you don't have to worry about right angles yet. So what we have there is the two 10-inch pieces with a 45-degree elbow and then the little 1-inch nub piece. And then we have the, these are actually going to be the 6 feet. So you put 2 of them in the T with the little nub, and then 2 of them in, another 2 of them in the T. These are the 3.5-inch pieces. And then the last ones go in the 90-degree elbow. So these are the parts you make first if you're solvent welding, and then I'm going to assemble the whole thing, dry assemble it so you can see the finished product, and then once you have it finished and aligned and everything, then you solvent weld one piece at a time to try to keep everything aligned. Otherwise it's real hard to keep everything at 90 degrees. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so here's the finished product with all those pieces. Trying to shrink this a little bit, my word. You can see what I mean. It's just dry fit right now, but if you could see, like, if you'd have glued something wrong like this, you know, and that's what I mean by not having it aligned to a right angle. So everything we glued previously, it doesn't matter because there was no right angles, but now that you do have right angles, to keep everything squared up, you dry fit it first and then glue one piece at a time. So I'm just going to go over the order that this was done in. So that's the foot. Every time I say the word foot, that's the 3.5-inch piece. Right angle and then we have our 11-inch piece, and then there's a T and a foot, and then a 45-degree elbow, and that's our 10-inch piece, and then another 45-degree elbow and a T and a foot, and then that's our 12-inch piece. Foot, T, elbow, and again that's a 10-inch piece, and then elbow, T with a foot, and back to our 11-inch piece, and then 90-degree elbow and foot. And so there's the whole thing all together. And now I'm going to take it apart one joint at a time, glue it, and put it back just to keep everything aligned.